Back in the garage?
wall, running over the gas grill and ripping the rear fender off the car. Realizing he was no one to fix it, he turned his efforts to planting a lawn.
Was he sober?
He's sober.
Yes.
Rarely.
Okay, you wanted to plant a lawn. Okay, while waiting for the grass to grow, I would find him many a night in the garage, sitting on the John Deere, making tractor noises. After 2 months and still no grass, he decided to mow the topsoil. Means we were in the middle of a drought. Every neighbor within a mile had an inch of dust. You really did that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Now the in-laws, this is sweet. Everybody remembers Dot and Bert. After 8 years in the family, Kelly still impressed Dot and Bert. We know his beloved in-law. Probably one of their most memorable evenings after a night out on the town was being driven home in reverse.
Oh my!
But he took every safety precaution and blew the car horn all the way down the road.
Oh.
Although he really didn't have to do that because the screams coming from within the car was enough to alert everybody.
Color pen
He
tops.
did it, what a guy.
All the way down 75th Street, now the line.
Oh my God. It's never been the same.
Now you can't say anything.
Another memorable occasion was Kelly's famous hanging moon.
Oh.
Well, we all saw the invitation. Right?
How's that work?
Yeah, well, not yet.
Don't
Visual.
I guess it was a brunch or something given by Dot, the wonderful mother-in-law. Apparently, he was trying to impress one of the lady guests by showing her he had as much hair on his tush as on his chest. Again, we all can believe that.
That's what you were trying to do all those times.
Yes. And then, and the last thing, Kelly seems to have a fetish about hanging moons, which we all know. His most recent one was, well, at this point, was in the dunes of Avalon. After getting his father-in-law's attention, needless to say, Dad, Bert, really appreciated it.
On the lifeguard stand.
And then we have the partner chapter, which we don't care about the partner. But now we have the retirement, and this again comes from our darling Miss Diane. All right, here we go. In conclusion, this is new.
Oh, what?
Okay, this is where the story of 25 years as a partner ends and retirement begins. All right, after 32 years of marriage, one wife. One wonderful, beautiful wife, 4 dogs, and many of Kelly's moons later.
One right there, as a matter of fact, right where he's sitting.
Diane has finally figured out that the fur on the bathroom floor never came from the dog. Naked. Well, maybe not full, but naked. Another commode memory, or bathroom memory, is Kelly's guitar interest. That is evidenced by seeing all the guitar beginner magazines in the bathroom while on the throne reading. Would this be indicative of early toilet training problems? On the handyman not side of things, the story is that the one that's most recent is he tried to spike a hole in this Christmas tree with a screwdriver until Diane suggested, well, how about a drill? On the creative side, Kelly has become notorious for doing exotic dance routines with Phil. Where's Phil? To the song Love Train. My special request, we got to talk about this later. Okay? On the intellectual side, there is the holy after-church discussions with Lee. About women's breasts. The primary topic being who has the biggest boobs at Sunday. On the aging side, Kelly's most recent concern is to find he has new hair growing. Other parts of the body, his nose, his ears. He just doesn't understand. He doesn't understand why this is so. On the retirement planning side, Kelly just announced to Diane that he's going to do major cleaning in the basement. Diane was thrilled, she really was, and wondered if this was too good to be true. She was justified with her cautionary wonder because it turns out that this is the start of the off-limits, much awaited, what do you think?
Man
On change. Will Kelly ever change? We hope not. He'll be making Porsche noises and going 100 miles per hour while dreaming in his Volvo wagon. And as long as he's able, he'll be hanging his moons and shocking old ladies and young ladies well into his 90s. So we love you, Kelly. Happy retirement.
Shocking old ladies.
Where's Louise?
Louise, go, Elaine.
I won.
Oh, yes.
I don't often venture confidentiality.
Look as a team.
No. As their pastor, I don't offer confidentiality things. But to every rule, there's an exception. When Kelly retired, he wrote Diane a note. He said, you know, honey, I'm 61 years old, and when you get this note, this letter, I'm going to be at Hotel Bethlehem with my sexy and beautiful 18-year-old secretary. When he got there, she had written a note to him saying, Kelly, I'm 61, or thereabouts, 61, also. And when you get this letter, I'm going to be at the Sayre Mansion with my 18-year-old boy toy. You're an accountant. You would really appreciate that 18 goes into 61. A lot more than 61 goes into 18. I like the math.
I like the
He
math.
has another one.
One more. When Kelly retired, he went to the pet store to find the right perfect pet for his retirement. And he got there, and there were 3 parrots. And he said to the shop owner, he said, hey, that parrot on the left there, you know, how much does that think? He said, $500. $500 for a parrot? He said, what's that? He said, that parrot can do taxes. Wow! He said, well, what about how you can do taxes? How about that parrot in the middle there? How much does that cost? We said, well, that parrot's $1,000. He said, why $1,000? He said he does everything the other parrot does, plus he does financial forecasting. Wow, $1,000. He said, how about that third parrot, the one on the right? He said, well, you wouldn't believe, but that parrot's name is Kelly. How much for that parrot? Kelly said. He said, that parrot's $5,000. He said, $5,000? Why do you want $5,000 for that parrot? He said, what does that parrot do? He said, you know what? I really don't know what that parrot does. all I know is that the other 2 parrots call him senior partner.
I just have
A couple little limericks.
You're
You're not as funny as that story. I can't follow that. Kelly is now retired. With numbers, he's always felt mired. He really can't add. His subtraction is bad. The truth is, he really got fired. His co-workers are now overjoyed. With him, they were always annoyed. He never worked much. His production was such that they could easily fill Kelly's void.
This is good.
This is true.
Kelly is driving Diane nuts. At home, he's everything. He's such a ding-a-ling. In home repair, he's really a klutz.
These are hard acts to follow.
You know too much.
Elaine goes way back, we know.
Handwritten.
Handwritten, here you go.
Holy cow. I can't read it. Okay, some of this is redundant. You've heard all this before. 30-some years ago, my dear, sweet, naive cousin Diane picked up this guy at the King George Inn. Sure, he was sort of good-looking, had this hard rock physique.
What?
Charming, but oh, so young. I finally thought, is Diane crazy to think of marrying him? No matter what we thought, she did it anyway. Well, we've come to accept it.
We have?
But we were concerned, could he be head of the household? Like, could he fix a leaky faucet? Use a screwdriver, or a hammer, or pliers? Not a chance. Let's call somebody to fix it. Or maybe Diane could do it. Kelly has always had a flirtation with cars. Kelly, remember the VW bus and your long flowing hair? There was a Datsun, a VW Golf, an Audi, a Saab. Tell me, who buys a Saab? A Volvo's, plural, and even a Buick, for crying out loud. I know I missed about 8 other cars over the years. Now that you've retired, you might want to check out something like a Cube, Bowl, or how about a Chevy Silverado to pull your camper.
To pull your camper.
Kelly and my wonderful mother had a very special relationship. We knew this was coming.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Actually, I become a little choked up remembering our holidays together. My fondest memories of Kelly and my mother were of their farting competition. Some might think of this as crude, but think about the concentration and talent it took to outfart each other. Kelly, you're the man. We love you and hope you don't drive Diane nuts till you find your groove in retirement. That's true.
That's great.
God.
You ready for this, baby?
Better sit down, Kelly. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we got a tribute to Kelly.
Oh,
Man of the hour.
okay.
The Super Bowl, now
That's all right.
shows some talent.
Yeah.
Okay, he's toiled and labored for many years, and yet with his silky hands and his tailored shirts, never even broke a sweat. So, it's easy to say he got here with blood, sweat, and tears. That would virtually be a lie. He put in his years, but from us as his peers, we're green with envy. I'm sure you can see why. He's filled his downtime with trips to the beach, soaking sun, drinking cocktails. What a lark! And now he's retiring? That son of a beach. That's rest as a walk in the park. We do love you, Kelly. And we wish you the best. And all my jealous remarks are only in jest. And because we know a guy like you is rare, we want to show you how much we care. So we've all come together to dedicate this song, which should stir up some memories for you. And of course for Diane too. a paragon of virtue who's put up with you so long. Are we ready, folks?
Yeah.
There's a moon out tonight. There's a guy at our side. Yes, our hearts he's stolen. There's a moon out tonight. Let's go strolling through the park. There's a glow in the room. I know we've seen before. There's a, I think we can assume. It's the guy that we all adore. Now the room's all aglow. And I guess it's because there's a moon outside.
You're too young to ever know that song. That you weren't even born yet.
I don't think I was
Anybody
born.
else?
Not admitting to it.
Rain has pictures.
Oh, geez.
Rain has pictures.
You know what? Hey, do you know if a CPA, if the wife of a CPA cannot sleep at night, you know what she does? She leans over to him and says, "Tell me what you did at work today."
All right.
That protects your house.
It's only 15 pages long. It's finally
He's a
here.
fellow Rutgers grad.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
get the helmet out.
I know that. It's finally here, Super Bowl 47. Drinks, snacks with good friends. Gosh, it's like heaven.
Oh.
We saw Diane's note about a halftime roast. Somehow we knew it wouldn't be your typical toast. We'd hear jokes about dentures, body hair, and depends. There'd be no holding back from these so-called friends. After a long, tough career, now, life with no tension, reading a book on the beach, taking in that big pension. Concan and Miller leave that fine firm? We had to make some calls to see what we could learn.
Oh.
All the other big wigs said, good thing he retired. And it was only a matter of time. Because he was about to be fired. There'll be relaxing trips to the Polk Valley Park. No employees complaining. The only ones talking back have 4 legs and a bark. Our dear friend from Rumson, fellow Rutgers alum, are you still waxing your back?
Diane said I had to.
Or was it your bum? That was Kathy's piece. All kidding aside, we toast this new chapter in your life to enjoy time with Diane, your beautiful saint. We think the world of you and are truly blessed to have you in our life. The kids wrote this.
And I will pass these pictures around. Some of them you might not want to see. And then these are pictures of a place at the shore called the Windrift. And Lorraine's husband is on here. He has also passed away.
These
And
two
my
together
parent-
were
And
dangerous.
my parents are on here as well. And then these are pictures that you probably
Rather not see.
Like pictures. I'll start them over here and you can pass them around.
Can I say it?
Yeah, yeah.
Now can he talk?
Yeah, I can talk.
Speech. Come on, Kelly, speech.
God, everybody in here, Barry, you want to say anything?
Rebuttal.
No rebuttals.
No
Kelly, speech.
No rebuttals.
Come on, speech.
Oh, Jesus, it's you.
Come on.
No, I don't know. This is really, come on in. No, come in here. Everybody here means a lot to me, and God, I've been really murdered all these years.
I'm glad you said it.
I really don't know how I was ever a CPA for a day. It was a struggle for 37 years. It was like my first day at Pricewaterhouse. I was like, what the hell am I doing here? But I went through psychotherapy, and the guy said, you know, you have to do what you have to do to survive. And he said, life is like walking up to a, remember the old, what do they call them?
She's looking through.
Yeah, both.
He's been up there the whole time.
Yeah, let both come down.
We'll let him do it.
Well, after Kelly's speech.
But he said life is like, what do you call
Canvas?
those? No, Rockola. What were those machines? The record machines. You go into like... He said, you know, you gotta change your records, you know? And I changed your records. And you have to do what you have to do to survive. But Diana obviously had to do a lot more. But I think about the relation. First of all, when I came to the Lehigh Valley, I didn't know anybody. And the first two people I met were Kay and Diane. And Diane and Kay really have been mortal enemies because Kay's pissed off I didn't go out with
She almost fought him.
But you know what? No, the first night somebody pinched my ass on the right. And you know who it was? Now I know it was Kay. But anyhow, Diane I met, and that's a story in and of itself. But I was a Catholic. Look
at that face.
Kelly, I've got to tell him the first night we met you, we all went up to a cabin in the mountains.
Oh, God.
And he walks in, Mr. Stud. Diane got so nervous the next morning she comes out and she has her nightie on inside out and backwards.
Oh, I'll tell you that story. We went out to every bar in the Poconos. Diane's dad drove. It was Dick, Lorraine, Diane and I, and Bert, and Doc. And Diane I never drank so much as she ever drank. And she was gone. So anyhow, this is an important night. So anyhow, she goes in, puts her nightgown on, and she did have it on reverse. The
Make it
boots were
clear,
sticking
we're
out the
with
back.
family.
Oh, we were. And I told her, it was the first night I ever told her I loved her. And she doesn't even remember. So anyhow, I had to sleep on the sofa, and there's this crackling fire. And like, about 4 in the morning, I heard this. And I was like, oh, damn. I turned around, and it was your Uncle Doug. He's like 85. So it's like, so anyhow, that's like, but we had, and Elaine, she knows everything.
But we impressed you,
And we
didn't
really
we?
did have farting contests, and I'll never forget, we were down at this swank restaurant in Cape May with your mom and Uncle Joe and Doc Bird. And we had a farting contest on the way to the elevator.
Oh, you're kidding.
He was like, ooh, God. I don't know. We could fart on command. It was amazing.
Wow, that's amazing.
And Pumpkin, I remember meeting her at 4 in the morning at her mom's house on Buchanan Street.
Right. The tea bags.
Yeah, tea bags. And Barb, I remember Barb lived. She worked at Bethlehem Steel.
That's how we met.
When you work for Christ,
And she was so cute. I had hots for her. And Dennis, what can I say? And cousin Chuck is like the holiest guy I ever know.
I'm so misinformed.
And Louise, I love you. I love your boobs. And Lee, if there's anybody I love to ask stupid questions, you are the king of the stupid questions. Well, I do it on purpose. You know, when I want to know about animal husbandry and how does sheep do it.
Annoying, nasty questions.
And I ask him why he's spending so much time in the barn. And Lenore, I'm not gonna, I love you so much. God bless you. I don't know. I don't know. Did you have your eyesight corrected? Or is it, where did you find him?
I don't know.
And you're still married.
I figured it out.
And Theron, I love him, but God, you know, they went on a motorcycle tour of, I'm scared to go 3 blocks in a car with them. It's like, everybody's like sit in the front. You know, everything is like, I'm looking at a truck like coming 90 miles an hour, and it'll be all right. And I learned what redneck, and what's that, what county is it in Georgia? Foster County, Ku Klux Klan? Yeah, right. It's my happening place. Dave, fellow Rutgers guy, and Dave and Kathy are the sweetest people ever met, and their kids are amazing. They really are. I give my Rutgers tickets.
First kickoff.
Phil, I'm going to save something for you. You're a newbie, man. I don't have any dirt. Just wait. But I'll get it. You'll get it. And Lorraine is like,
I could write a book on
Lorraine's husband, Lorraine and Dick, her husband, God, I mean, soulmates.
Filming
There are
the whole
stories
thing.
that are beyond belief. Kay.
Well,
Kurt and Enid, right? They come to our first party. They walk in, and I had my pants down. Diane's like, Jesus Christ! You just we don't even know him. And Dave and Dee is like, when I drive to work and she's running down the street with her, oh, baby. I said I'm good for another day. Really. And where did you find it? It's not even smart. I can't. But Dee, anytime I drive up the hill and she's pulling weeds, I just have... It's like, make my day, girl. Really. I'll help you anytime you want. Bill and Linda, really sweet friends. No! Bill is like the most... Bill is like a train wreck. He comes over to our house. What does he do? Walks through streams. But the biggest thing he got me a bottle of single malt scotch.
Oh.
It was the worst tasting shit I ever ate. It tasted like a peat bog. But I love it, and we both have watches that flash back and forth.
Yes, we do.
And Linda and Bill, we met them in a restaurant, and they were
Picked
single
us up?
for 30 plus years. And Bill said, "How do you get married?" I said, "Well, usually you get in a ring and get engaged." So he did that. He's really slow. And then Diana are eating like dinner one night, and Diane, where are you?
She's bringing
No, I don't want to ramble too much, but the point is, I get a call like on Friday night. What are you doing next Tuesday? They're getting married. And Donna and Bruce, I remember them, and everybody, and you. I hate the Eagles. I hate the Enid, you have the best voice. I don't know where you found him. Playing volleyball?
I thought you just...
Did you hit him in the nuts when you spiked him? Bill, you know a lot too, right? A little. And this woman is, oh my God, she's beautiful. And Barry and Joanne's. Barry put up with me since day one at Kincannon. And maybe I would have gotten fired. Some people would. They were the people that weren't doing their jobs. If you don't want to do your job, you don't like me, they want to fire me. So, but that's okay. The good ones did well, and after that many years, it was a good story. So. But Diane, where is she? Anyhow, thank you for coming. What are you doing? You're watching the game.
Wait a minute. You're missing the point.
I